All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So we are less than 3 weeks away from the NFL draft. The Chicago Bears with the first overall selection. They also have in the first round the 9th pick. They've got the 75th pick overall in the 3rd round. And then they have the 122nd pick in the 4th round of the draft. So folks, I got to keep it a buck with you. The more I look through these, a ton of mock drafts coming out. Everybody, as they should, has an opinion on it. And each and every one of them gets me excited for the Chicago Bears. Each and every single mock draft I read, whether you're trading back from pick number 9, whether you're taking Joe Alt or Odunze or Bowers or Turner or whoever it is at pick number 9, I'm loving every mock draft I see. We've been saying it on this channel all offseason. The Chicago Bears are a lot better than you think. And then they went out there and they picked up DeAndre Swift. They made a trade for a stud wide receiver in Keenan Allen. On the defensive side of things, Kevin Byard, Jonathan Owens to help out that secondary. Folks, the Chicago Bears, I think they're going to easily be over 500 next season. When I look at their schedule, I know that the Chicago Bears are licking their chops. So we're going to talk a little bit about the draft here. We also have some news on Caleb Williams' meeting with the Chicago Bears. And so, yeah, welcome back to the channel. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily Bears content. Bears fans, love you guys as always. If you could try and get this video to 250 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. So it's crazy to me. I don't even really understand why this negative representation of Caleb Williams is as big as it is. So sources were saying that, USC quarterback Caleb Williams had his top 30 visit with the Chicago Bears, which included a tour of Hallis Hall. And they were told that, this is from Jordan Schultz, by the way, Williams, I'm told, made an excellent impression on not only the staff and front office, but the entire organization as a whole. The visit should further solidify him. Jeez, man. Him as the #1 overall pick. Folks, I don't even really understand why this was ever a thing. Caleb Williams is passionate. He's passionate about what he does. He loves football. He loves winning, most importantly. I've just never really understood why you wouldn't want a guy who absolutely loves to win and will put his body on the line and will put everything on the line each and every single time he steps out onto the field. I never really understood why that was frowned upon. That is exactly who you want as your quarterback, and that's exactly who Bears fans are wanting as their franchise QB. So I'm seeing a lot of Bears hype all across the timeline in the last couple of weeks, rightfully so. Guys, I get it. The Bears have a couple of holes, right? You could use some offensive line depth. You could use a wide receiver 3. You could use an edge rusher. You could use, some depth at most positions. The thing is this, man, the Bears are really set up for the future. A lot of these guys are just kind of flying under the radar, specifically on the defensive side. Tyreek Stevenson coming off his rookie season, Edwards and Edmonds, phenomenal free agent acquisitions at this time last year. Montez Sweat at the deadline. Jervon Dexter had an excellent end to his first ever NFL season. Jaquan Brisker, you even got Kyler Gordon. The Chicago Bears are really set up well. And Caleb Williams, no matter how the rest of the draft goes, which we'll talk about in just a second here, no matter how the rest of the draft goes, if Caleb Williams is truly that dude, and I believe he is going to be that dude, the Chicago Bears are set. They are locked in for at least the next 4 seasons. So moving on, pick number 9. Pick number 9 is interesting, man. I saw an interesting kind of photo. Of course, I can't think of the word. I saw a little photo where it was, build your Bears draft. It was from Cox Sports 1. You got Dallas Turner, you got Dunze, you got Alt, you got Byron Murphy, you got Brock Bowers. Really, and we talked about this in our last Bears video, I really think they should select at pick number 9. Now, if I'm assuming Joe Alt's off the board, I'm assuming Neighbors is off the board. In this order, I would go Dallas Turner at pick number 9. I would go Odunze if he is there. And then if either of those 2 players, I would trade back, but I would trade back, folks, to pick number 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm not trading all the way back in the first round. I'm not trading out of the first round unless you're giving me an arm, a leg, and an eye. I want a blue chip prospect. And, even if Neighbors and Alt expectedly are off of the board and Dallas Turner, Dunze, you're going to get a blue chip prospect at pick number 9, but if somebody comes in there, I saw an interesting mock trade, with the Jets coming in for pick number 9. The Jets, by the way, have the 10th pick. I'm all right with that, but I would go Dallas Turner if he's available, and then I would go with Odunze. It's interesting because I saw a couple of, the Bears bringing in a bunch of different players for their workouts. I saw Xavier Worthy. I saw J.C. Latham. If you're going to go, I would definitely not reach for J.C. Latham. Here's the thing. The Bears traded for Ryan Bates last month, right? What a lot of people don't know is they tried to sign him as a restricted free agent in 2022 until Buffalo matched Chicago's offer. So clearly Ryan Poles believes in Ryan Bates, and he trusts that he can protect Caleb Williams. He's 27 years old. I think Ryan Bates is probably the future at the center position. Now, Chicago, didn't have 4 picks in total in the draft. If they had 6 or 7, obviously you're going to, prioritize a backup center. You're going to prioritize backup offensive linemen. But it actually wouldn't even surprise me in this year's draft if the Chicago Bears didn't take an offensive lineman. Now, whether you think that's what they should do or not do, that's up for our own opinions here. But if you're going to go with an offensive lineman in any draft, you're definitely going a pass protection guy. And from what I've seen, what I've read on J.C. Latham, that's not necessarily his MO. He's more strength with the run blocking. So if you trade back to pick 13, 14, 15, and you're thinking J.C. Latham, I don't think the Chicago Bears are going to do that. Now, 1-9, 75, 122, there's just so many options. It's endless opportunity. It's endless options for GM Ryan Poles. And I feel so confident and so comfortable with whatever Ryan Poles decides to do. If he decides to go with an edge rusher, if he decides to trade back, if he goes with a Dunze, even if he selects Brock Bowers, I don't think Brock Bowers will be a Chicago Bear. The big nitpick is you don't want to regress Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet had a great season last year. He's caught almost 15 total touchdown passes in the last 2 years. Brock Bowers would be more of a wide receiver if he was selected by the Chicago Bears, but I'm still down for Bowers. I would imagine if they're going to select Brock Bowers, they would probably trade back a couple of picks and select, or get a couple more draft capital, a couple more draft picks in that deal. But folks, the point is this: I'm looking at the Chicago Bears depth chart right here. They look good. They look good all across the board. And even if they have some holes after the draft, even if they don't get a blue chip defensive end, even if they don't get a blue chip wide receiver number 3, Chicago's looking really good. If Caleb Williams hits, the Chicago Bears are locked in for his rookie contract at an absolute minimum. It's about to change. The Chicago Bears are about to make history here. I think they're going to finally snag their franchise quarterback for the hopefully next decade plus. It's a good time to be a Bears fan. So let me know what you guys are thinking about this Chicago Bears upcoming draft. Let me know specifically who you're selecting at pick number 9, or if you do decide to trade back, let me know who you're selecting. As always, hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily Bears content. We'll see you next time.